glorious days, I had to make a decision about what part of the creation story I was going to include. I agree with the biblical scholars who discovered long ago that there's two creation stories in Genesis. They're very different stories. There's the story of the 7 days of creation with God resting at the end, and then there's the story of Adam and Eve and the fall. I agree that those are two distinct stories, probably written by very different people. I don't think they can be easily reconciled with each other, and so on. And I disagree with the young earth creationists that it all fits together in a neat little package. I think that there's something very interesting going on there in the way the editors put those stories together originally. In particular, I think it's interesting that the editors that put the original stories together put two of them side by side that don't completely agree with each other. So it seems to me that there's already some hints in the text itself that we don't have to be interpreting all of this literally, that this is already saying here are different theological perspectives that you might take on these questions there. So there's already, I think, a license for the reader to do some selection and modification of what's going on there. So what I did in Seven Glorious Days was simply take the 7 days of creation and build on that as a framework without trying to get into the thornier issues of how we would understand Adam and Eve and the fall and the origin of sin and so on there. There certainly are ways that we can address those questions. Certainly it's very easy for us to see that we are selfish and sinful creatures and so on. So there's no kind of mystery about our natures there. But in terms of trying to work something akin to the fall into the story, I decided to just set that complicated problem aside.